I think Picarro is a very disruptive technology for the leak survey industry. And as you learn more about it, and especially coming from an integrity background myself, we found a lot of different use cases that maybe we didn't purchase the units for, but have come up just us having them and knowing that they were a resource for us to utilize. So we've run them as preventative and mitigative measures for our transmission integrity program. In an instance where we found a leak that we should have caught through traditional survey and didn't. So we found a lot of different uses, I think, for the technology outside of just the standard compliance or EQ emissions quantification type surveys. We are a little bit unique in how we adopted Picarro. So it was something we were looking at prior to an acquisition. And then one of the companies that Summit acquired had already been running the technology. So we are in the process of ramping up our adoption so that we have the ability to use the units for more. I think as we've kind of found these use cases that we thought were one-offs, we're realizing that there's more benefit to having units that we can deploy in an emergency situation, units we can deploy for pipeline integrity purposes. So we're trying to round out our existing fleets in a way that we are not just meeting our compliance requirements from the driving perspective, but able to supplement emissions quantification, any integrity needs, or just weather and outside force needs, especially with the geohazards concerns that we have in some of our OPCOs. Time is money, so I think we can get information quicker, and obviously there's a lot of value in understanding what your integrity needs are in a more efficient manner. And I think Picarro has been a really successful solution that we've been able to deploy, whether it be an earthquake where we just want to go and make sure everything's safe, whether it be after a fire event or an integrity, preventative mitigative measure. It's something where we don't have to take the system down for longer than we need to. So I think there's a lot of efficiency and we're saving money. I mean, ultimately, with not having to take the system down, making sure that the system's as reliable and safe as possible in a timely manner. So I think it's more of a time consideration for us, but there are financial impacts to, financial benefits to having a timely solution. It is really a game-changing technology, especially for someone coming from an integrity background. Accelerated leak survey is a common PMM. If we can't get to something that's an integrity concern immediately, we can accelerate leak survey. What you find, and as you become more aware of historical practices with leak survey, there's still things that you're going to miss through a traditional survey. And Picarro gives us that confidence that we're not missing those things. And it's also it's an easily deployable tool that you can keep in your integrity tool belt just to go and deploy on a case-by-case basis. Picarro will find a leak, whether it's on the customer side or our side, and there's benefit in that. There's a lot of benefits in us finding the leak before the leak finds us, whether it be on the customer system or on our system. We want to make sure our customers are safe and our communities are safe, and really are hoping that there's a big benefit in being some of the first to adopt and help just partner with our regulators in that way.